Everyone, welcome back. Just wanted to give you a little update on the prescription, how I'm feeling, and some of the updates regarding um, the research study aspect. So anyway, so I got some of the blood work back. They took like 3 or 4 vials the other day. There was several different blood tests that they were running. The one that will indicate if my bile acids are high or low or whatever, that one is not yet back. That now should be tomorrow. It usually doesn't take longer than 48 hours, but so yeah, so expecting that tomorrow. There's still a couple of vitamin tests that I should be getting back as well, but I think I've gotten everything else back. So far my vitamin D is low, which it was low before. So we took like a baseline test back in December. So vitamin D was low before, so I started on vitamins. So it's still low. It went up like 1 point, but it's still lower than where it needs to be. So I'm not sure what that exactly means. I'm also low in a couple other indicators that have to do with blood clotting, and it would, if they're too low, then your blood would clot too fast. You could have blood clots. I'm not really sure. I only briefly Googled it. They are only just like very slightly low, like just beyond where you're supposed to be. So again, I'm not really sure what that means. I know once my doctor gets all of the blood work back, he will take a look at it. And of course, they'll give me a call or whatever. But as of right now, I'm not too concerned about what I saw. And then the research study. So a couple weeks ago, I had mentioned that the PFIC network, a girl from there, I think her name was Sarah, she reached out to me because she had seen my video, and she sent me a video of a professor, scientist from Yale, who had done a study or a speech on adults being diagnosed with PFIC and how that's occurring more often. So after I watched that whole speech, she like literally talked about women who had ICP and now it like hasn't gone away. How most people it does go away, but some people it doesn't. So anyway, so I reached out to her. I found her email address. She's got a whole like lab website for her studies. Didn't hear from her, so like a week later I found her like admin, and I sent the admin an email because I'm sure the doctor's very busy, and hadn't heard. That's been probably another week, but today I got an email from somebody else at the lab. So obviously my email has gotten around somewhere to the right person who is doing a study. I don't know what they're going to ask me or what I can share with them or what they can share with me, but I do have a call with them Friday at 10 o'clock. So really excited to see and hear, and I don't know, I just think it's really exciting because a couple weeks ago I didn't put myself online. I didn't know the PFIC network had hosted this doctor a year ago and that she's doing studies and research. Like it just like the whole how it's all coming together is really exciting. On the flip side of that, this morning I was a little, I don't want to say sad, but I was a little disappointed that I was still itchy yesterday, which your itchiness level and your bile acid level don't necessarily correlate. You can have a really high bile acid and you cannot be very itchy, or you can have a low bile acid and still be very itchy. It doesn't work like you would think it would work. So I try not to get discouraged when I'm itchy, thinking that the medication isn't working. But on the flip side of that, this new medication that I'm on, the trial prescription, has some side effects that are undesirable. And at first I was like, no, I can make it work. Like I work from home. It's really not that big of a deal. But now that I've been on it for several weeks and I've, gone out in public, I went to a trade show last week. I, am living a normal life. It does cause me to have to react or do things differently. I'm not going to get too much into it, but I do have to alter my life to be on this medication. Not like a lot, but definitely enough that I'm not sure that the medication is worth it. I might have to make some diet changes. That might help. I don't want to start like adding a bunch of new prescriptions in to take care of the side effects from this one prescription. I think maybe there are potentially other options out there for treatment. So that was kind of my thought process this morning before I had heard about the research study and the call that we set up. So just kind of like the highs and lows of dealing with this, and, you know, is the medication that I tried so hard to get on, like I'm still only on the trial, like insurance still hasn't approved it. So is it worth it? Or is it, at this point, doesn't even matter how hard we tried to be on it, because ultimately it doesn't work in my life. But if it brings my bile acid down to where I want it to be, then maybe we could make it work. But like the blood clotting thing, if my blood clots too fast or that creates blood clots, whatever it does, like I don't also now want to be on blood thinners. Like that just doesn't seem right. I'm happy to take vitamin supplements, but you know, I don't know. I just think about before my neck surgery 4 years ago, I liked going to the doctor and going down the list and being like, nope, don't have any of these issues. Don't have any of these issues. Like, it was just like a big, easy thing to just like check off. Like, I have seasonal allergies and that's all you need to know about me. Now I'm like, oh, well, I had this surgery and now I have this liver thing. And, you know, it's just not fun. I just feel like it's getting old and it is what it is. But anyway, that was a tangent. So anyway, so lots of emotions about, you know, this medication, being on highs of getting to finally try it, and the kind of lows of like, well, is it gonna fit for my lifestyle? I don't know. So anyway, that's that. Hopefully we get the bile acids back tomorrow. I think that will definitely help make a decision for me or help guide me in the right direction. Because if the bile acid isn't where it needs to be, then I definitely don't need to take this anymore. But if it is working, then maybe some diet changes and supplements can help the rest of my new side effects that have come from that. So anyway, that's it. I will update you on the bile acids and on the research. Might call on Friday. So thanks for joining in. Bye.